Brendan Hall not getting a particularly fast start off the blocks, but we are expecting to see the likes of Will Martin and Alex Tuckfield take an early lead, the two Australians. But watch out for Brendan Hall. He is smart enough to swim his own race without being drawn into little battles, particularly early on in the competition. And it's also Hugo Didier, 19 years old, but somebody who is 100% somebody we need to take notice of.
And here,
he's caused that. He's deserved it.
Will Martin, he's out pretty quickly, but as you said, Brendan Hall is the most experienced 400-meter freestyle in this heat right now. So you see, there's 3 Australians. There's Alexander Tuckfield, who had a PB this morning by 1.8 seconds. He had a phenomenal swim. Will Martin, who's actually a better butterflyer than he is a freestyler, although you wouldn't know by looking at him right now. Simone Barlam, a sprinter, but he's hanging in there. Simone Barlam just needs to be able to hang with the rest of this heat in order to get on the medal stand. And then Brendan Hall is probably going to hang back a bit, but he's going to be very controlled. With his experience, he knows how to swim this race. And so he just has to make sure that he keeps everyone within striking distance. Because he's a single leg amputee, he won't have the kick to bring it home. So he needs to establish himself and make sure that he doesn't let others get too far ahead of him.
So Brendan Hall is certainly somebody who's going to have the favourites tag attached to him, just based on his achievements previously. But Will Martin is looking really good through the 150 and continuing to lead as this event sees at least 5 swimmers still very much in contention for the gold medal, while Horowitz of Poland, going in lane 8, was the first to drop off the pace. It is a little surprising to see the 2017 world champion Federico Morlacchi just lagging behind, significantly down on the field already as we approach the 200 mark.
And here at the 200, going into the turn, you see Didier and Will Martin. Will Martin has the better kick coming off. He used a fly kick to really extend his lead over Didier. Didier has weakness in his legs, so the turns are going to be hard for him. Martin was a very even stroke, and he seems to extend it. Brendan Hall hanging back in there. He's sort of, you see, he's fighting off Simone Barlam just for that 4th place position. Alexander Tuckfield, as the youngster here, he needs to make sure he doesn't get too excited, but he also needs to not let Will Martin and Didier get too far ahead of him if he wants to get on the stand.
Well, it does seem as if somebody's had a word in his ear and thought, look, you absolutely went out almost cowboy style in the morning. And he is a little more reserved and composed in the pool right now. But so far, the 3 Australians are not far off one another. Effectively, a body length separating the 3 Australians. You won't necessarily see it on the diagonal, but Simone Barlam is more of a sprinter. He is lagging a little behind now, and the only swimmer who is not from Australia, who's putting himself into medal contention here genuinely is Hugo Didier, the Toulouse-based French swimmer.
And here in the last 100, you see Will Martin. He turned on the kick. He's going to try and extend his lead. Hugo Didier has a faster stroke. Alexander Tuckfield does appear to be sort of fading a little bit, and he's going to be fighting off Brendan Hall for the bronze medal position.
Well, Brendan Hall, what does experience bring him in this race? Barlam is certainly out of it now. 3 Australians and a Frenchman contesting for the 3 medals in this. And Brendan Hall, the 2-time defending champion, the world record holder, finds himself off the pace now. He's looking physically in the best shape of his life is Brendan Hall, but I wonder if he's got something in the last 50. At the moment, it is a remarkable swim from Will Martin, who led from the very start, and he's just ahead of world record pace as well. Is Will Martin going to hold on and cause somewhat of a surprise? Coming in from lane 6, the 20-year-old Australian looking to claim his first ever medal. It's going to be gold, and just outside world record time, Paralympic record, 4:10.25, touches ahead of France's Hugo Didier, who takes the silver. And in bronze medal position, Alexander Tuckfield, a 4:13.54, as Hall missed, like many Australians.